Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make no fuss sourdough. First we are going to get a bowl and spray it with some non-stick spray. Grab a scale and another bowl, and we are going to start off with 113 grams of a high hydration starter. I use this straight out of the fridge, and there is no timing it with your feeding and all that. I just literally use it straight out of the fridge, and I'll explain a little more of that later. After you have the starter, make sure you clear the scale each time. You're going to add 340 grams of water. I just use tap water straight from my sink. We have well water. We do not have city water. Maybe if you have city water, you might want to use bottled water. I don't know. You might want to look into that. After you add the water, you are going to take a fork and just stir the starter and water together. Give it a really good stir. Get it all mixed up. Stir, stir, stir. And keep on stirring. Make sure it's stirred good. How many times can I say stir? But anyways, we're about done. And next, don't forget to clear that scale again. See, that's what it looks like. But clear the scale, and we are going to add 567 grams of unbleached all-purpose flour or unbleached bread flour. Normally I use all-purpose because that's all I can find, but a while back I was on vacation and I found some unbleached bread flour, so I have been using that here lately, and that's what I'm using today. After that, you are going to add 21 grams of salt. 21 grams. I've heard you do not use iodized salt, I don't think. I use Redmond's salt, so again, maybe look into that. I don't know. I'm not the expert on salt. After that, you are going to give it a really good stir. I have a Danish dough whisk, I think is what it's called, but you can use a spoon, whatever you want, anything that will stir your sourdough. And you're going to give it a good stirring. I am not going to speed up the stirring or any of this process so that you can really see how low maintenance this sourdough recipe is. It really has very minimal hands-on time. The best part about it is there is no babysitting it to do stretch and folds every so often. It is very basic. There is nothing to it. There's no babysitting anything. You don't babysit the starter. You don't babysit the dough after it's done. You're literally going to just let it sit on your counter. But anyways, after you give it a good stirring, you are going to knead it just a little bit. I don't know if this is the proper technique, but this is how I do it. I've been using this bread recipe for over a year. I have given away the bread. Everyone loves the bread. It always turns out phenomenal. So this has been working for me very well, and it's very low maintenance, low fuss sourdough. So yes, give it a good kneading, squish it down, fold it around, and do whatever you need to knead it. And that's what it's going to look like. So then you're going to take it out of that bowl. Looks like a beautiful dough ball there. And you're going to put it in that greased bowl. And that's where it's going to live for the next almost 24 hours. So you're going to take some plastic wrap, Glad wrap, cling wrap, whatever you want to call it. I highly suggest spending the extra money and getting the one with the little cutter attachment. It is the greatest thing ever, and it is so worth the extra money to get one with the cutter thing. So anyways, we're going to place that over the bowl, get it on there nice and snug. Yep, all good. There it is. And then I literally put that bowl on my kitchen shelf and I leave it there for 18 to 24 hours. I don't do any stretch and folds, it just sits. And this is what it looks like after, I think it was probably like 20 hours. And look at that. That's some happy dough right there. So you are going to have a nice clean counter. Oh, there's your bowl. And I sprinkle rice flour in it first. You do not have to use rice flour. I heard it helps your dough from sticking to your basket there. It's really easy to make. You just get cheap rice and you grind it up and make flour. And then I sprinkle some more of that unbleached bread flour that I use to make the dough. I generously sprinkle it in the basket and on the counter so that nothing sticks. And then you are going to take your dough out of the bowl. You don't have to punch it down and all that stuff like regular dough. Be gentle with it. Just kind of flop it out on the counter like that. And again, I am no expert, but like I said, I will not speed it up. This is how I shape my bread. I kind of tuck it under and turn it at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I do it, and it comes out good. Now, this starter, this high hydration starter, and this bread recipe comes from a guy I watch on YouTube, Starr. He is amazing. I will leave a link in the description below to his YouTube channel, to his video for I think it's called like the sourdough class for beginners. I don't know, but it explains this entire process and how simple it is and easy it is. I did not make my starter, by the way. I was given it. Someone gave it to me a couple years ago, and I just turned it into a hydration starter. But the video will explain that. So there you have your dough. Put the smooth side down, and then you're going to take that plastic wrap that you had on your bowl, and you're just going to kind of lay it over your basket, and you're going to set that aside for 2 to 4 hours. I usually cook mine after 2 hours. I'll put it in the oven. So you are going to, I use a cast iron Dutch oven, and you are going to put it in the oven and then preheat your oven to 500 degrees. Then you are going to take it out, take the lid off. Then you are going to get parchment paper. There you go, parchment paper. And we're going to dump the dough onto the parchment paper. Oh, take off that plastic wrap, put the parchment paper over the basket, and then you're just going to give it a quick flip. And sometimes you got to kind of bang it a little to get the dough out if it sticks a little bit, but it usually comes out pretty smooth. I actually had to get a new bowl a while back because it just started sticking so bad. It was horrible. But anyways, usually it just comes right out. So you're going to place the parchment paper and your bread in the Dutch oven. You are going to take some kind of blade. It can be scissors, a knife. I think this is like a little razor blade thing. Do a couple slices in it. That's what it looks like. Beautiful. Then you are going to place the lid on it and then stick it in the oven. And as soon as you stick it in the oven, switch your baking temperature to 425 degrees. And you are going to bake it for 30 minutes. And then you are going to take the lid off. And then you are going to bake it for another 15 minutes. And this is what it looks like. Gorgeous, beautiful golden brown sourdough bread. Now it will not have those, what do they call that? The crumb, the holes and stuff when you slice it. But I don't like that because then your jelly and stuff falls through. But there you go. No fuss sourdough bread. It is amazing. It's the only recipe I use because it is so extremely simple. And if you like this video, give me a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.